Have you ever looked up at the sky and wondered about the space between us and the heavens? Some say it's filled with stars and planets, while others see it as a vast emptiness. But did you know that way up high in the clouds, there's also a place called Babel? Babel was once a city like any other, filled with people who lived, loved, and laughed every day. They were a people united by one language, one heart, and one dream. One day they decided to build a tower so tall it would reach the very gates of heaven. They gathered the finest bricks and the strongest steel, determined to build something that would last forever. As the tower grew higher and higher, the people became more and more proud. They boasted and bragged, convinced that nothing could stop them from reaching the sky. But deep in his heart, God wasn't too happy about this. He saw the people's pride growing with each brick they laid, and he knew he had to do something to bring them back down. So one day, as the people were busy laying bricks, God did something that surprised everyone. He gave each person a different language. Suddenly, the people couldn't understand each other anymore. The words that once connected them now only separated them. Confusion and chaos filled the air. No one could figure out what was happening. It was as if God himself had thrown a giant puzzle piece in the sky and mixed up all the pieces below. The people were so frustrated that they stopped building the tower and started arguing with each other. They couldn't even agree on what language to use, let alone how to build a tower. The project was abandoned, the people scattered, and the tower remained unfinished. Some say the people were punished for their pride, but I think there's something else we can learn here. You see, when God gave the people different languages, he didn't just confuse them, he also set them free. Before they were all united, speaking the same language, they were like a flock of birds, easy to scare and quick to follow. But when they were scattered and had to figure out new ways to communicate, they became more independent and resourceful. They learned to adapt, to be creative, and to work together despite their differences. At Babel, the world learned an important lesson. No matter how high we build, only God is truly above all. We might have dreams and plans that seem impossible, but we need to be careful not to let pride get in the way. As we reach for the sky, we should remember to stay humble and keep our feet on the ground. Otherwise, we might end up like the people of Babel, lost and confused, not because of God's wrath, but because of our own pride. This story reminds me of a popular saying that goes, "Pride goes before a fall." When we become too proud, we might just end up making a fool out of ourselves. But when we're humble, we can learn from our mistakes and become better, stronger people. Maybe you've already experienced this in your own life. You set out to achieve a big dream, but along the way, your pride starts to grow. You forget about the people who helped you and think you can do everything all by yourself. But in the end, you realize that working together with others is much better than trying to do everything alone. Well, that's the story of the Tower of Babel and the lesson it teaches us about pride and humility. What do you think? Has this story changed the way you think about communication, or maybe even your own personal goals? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. Until next time, take care and remember, no matter how high you reach, always stay humble.